Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
That song's coming up. Nice little teaser there.
I love the beginning of that. I love that sting right at the beginning. It's so good.
Boy, am I a disaster today. It's been a problem all day.
Very good.
Sunny today, 37 the high. It's cloudy and 31 downtown. It's a massive Million Monday. You're listening to us, and right now is your chance to win $50 worth of bonus ball bingo instant win tickets. You could win up to $100,000. And for more information, you just go to MichiganLottery.com. You got to be 18 or older to play, and that means 18 or older to win. Brought to you by the Michigan Lottery. Put some play in your day. Do it by being caller number 5 at 770-WGRD or 1-800-947-3979. More emails about Nicole and gender, and mostly not gender at this point. If you really want to have Nicole interview for the job, she has to do a live read in an accent. That will be a true test. That is now, Joe, you did that last week.
Yeah.
In a Canadian accent. You and Hot Wings both.
Yeah, the big Canadian accent one.
This one was nice to actually hear a woman's take on porno movie title game. See?
That was funny.
That was fun.
The FUPA one killed me.
Lurch, you're getting some nice emails as well. He can't hear it because he's on the phone. The first time he's gotten a compliment in all of his years with us.
Ever.
And he didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Nobody tell him.
It's okay. We don't want to lift him up too high.
No, definitely not. I get an ego fast.
Thank you to everybody who came out for the Live at Night show on Saturday. Thanks to everybody from our building, all of our coworkers and stuff, because it's a big effort. A lot of organization that goes into it beforehand. Steve and Joe both, but I think to a greater degree, Steve. Is that right?
Yeah, he does a lot of the editing and things like that for the videos.
As I'm saying that, I'm like, this might be very insulting to Joe, but Steve does a lot of arts and crafts behind the scenes.
Yeah, I did spend hours shopping for dildos, not to spoil anything. So a lot of work.
Yeah, you did.
Just kidding. I was there anyway.
Yeah, that's your life's passion.
Right. You just had a reason to take advantage of the BOGO deals they had going on.
By there, I meant my bedroom.
Yep, just needed a bigger cart.
But and then more importantly, thanks to everybody who came out on Saturday night. And DeVos, everybody that works there, they're just fantastic, man.
Yeah.
But the crowd, unbelievable. Not only do you come, which is incredible, but then to participate fully and embrace it fully is an honor. So we're really flattered.
I'd like to say thank you, and I'm not going to say why, how they were involved, but thank you to Van Ball's Prime Beef.
Yeah.
Which I say laughing because it's a funny name. Van Ball's Prime Meat. Van Ball's Meats. Right on Plainfield and 4 Mile.
Van Balls?
Van Ball's Meats.
Oh, man. You can't really go wrong with that.
Balls and the meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got it all there.
I trust a place called Van Ball's Meats.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, there was a moment at the Live at Night show. If you were there, I'm guessing you've thought about this later in the week. And I'm sure there were people who were there who thought that was set up. It couldn't have been real. And that was the moment when we were playing a live version of Name That Blank. We had 4 contestants up on stage. We had called people down at the beginning of it from the very top level of DeVos. So that, it's hard to point at people. That's a long ways away. And so they get down there. We've got 4 people on the stools, and then somebody walked out from the side. Now, where does this clip pick up? Steve, can you tell me that? Where does it? I don't want to.
Yeah, I believe it's right as you're picking up AJ's call.
Okay, perfect. Now, in that moment, a contestant who was already seated with a microphone turned around and pointed to a 5th guy coming out on stage who would have been too late to be one of the contestants in some confusion. I don't even know who was supposed to have been up there. He turns around and says, surprising all of us, maybe even including himself, I know you, to this guy that's just walked onto the stage from the wings.
In a very serious.
Yeah.
Hey,
manner.
I know you.
And an accusation was made that a drywall job had started and that there was some fraud.
Yeah.
That was a big deal. Now, I heard it as I paid you for a job and then you quit showing up and you ripped me off. We started talking about it early. And first, AJ, the guy who was accused, his friend called in and defended him. And we said, well, you got to get AJ to call in. And so then we pick it up now as AJ calls in to defend himself against the accusations that happened during Live at Night on Saturday. And now we pick up the phone. AJ, you can't swear, okay?
All right, that's fine, man. I'm not pissed. I don't know. It's a load of crap. That dude lied. That's not how it went down at all.
Well,
Okay, yeah.
I never took a cent from that guy.
Okay, so he got like a quote to do drywall work or something like that, or?
Well, this is the deal. I do a lot of side jobs. I do drywall all day, every day, and then sometimes at night I have random homeowners that call me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was one of them deals. Well, I went over there, quoted it, and then started working on it, and then I just too much other stuff. My main job, I got too busy, and that's what really pays the bills, not the side jobs. So I had to make a choice, and so I did what I could there, and just couldn't do it anymore because I didn't have any more time, and just never came back, basically.
So
Okay, so you didn't. It wasn't a payment thing. It was that you didn't finish the job.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, he made out better because the materials that I spent on his job plus my time, he got off because I never charged him for anything.
He didn't pay you a penny.
Not a cent.
Okay, that is much better than what we thought and what he may have led us to believe. It's kind of a bummer that you didn't say, "I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore." And did you tell him I can't do this anymore, or did you just kind of stop showing up?
Or did you ghost him like millennials breaking up with each other?
Yeah.
No, I told him. Well, I don't know.
This is much better than what I thought it was.
Yeah.
You guys didn't even give me a chance to rebuttal, man.
We had a show to do.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
We're
we
giving
didn't-
you the chance now.
This is the guy you called down from the 4th tier. And this guy stole my spot, too. But, hey, you know what? I turned around and I was like, you know what? That's karma. Hey, and anybody that doesn't believe in that, hey, maybe I should have finished the job, I guess. But,
Yeah.
Other than that,
that's karma.
Other than that, so what's it like when you go back to your seat? Because you had what in our eyes was the strangest moment we've ever had in a Live at Night show on stage, and then you had to go back to your seat for an hour and a half.
Oh, well, first, you can't get mad, man. Just laugh it off. Dude, you can't be all butthurt like all these other people. Get out of here. It's comedy. If you can't find comedy in anything, then you shouldn't be at one of your shows.
But you really changed my mind about you, AJ. I actually like you a lot right now.
Yeah, you're one of my
Now,
favorite people.
I'm assuming the other guy is going to reach out at some point today.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe soon. I don't even know.
Message on Facebook. He won't respond.
Okay. Well, let's
Hang on.
Now, AJ, he's on the phone. It's him, right? Okay.
Yeah.
He's on the phone. You can't swear at him, okay?
No one can swear.
And
No,
Scott
it's not
can't.
like that, dude. I told you what happened. That's what happened.
All right. Now, Scott, you were the guy that we talked about. You were on stage Saturday night. You turned around as AJ was coming up. Now, you guys, turns out in hindsight, you knew each other. We had no idea any of this was a plausible thing. And, Scott, you said, I know you.
Yes, I did.
Now, we heard what AJ said. Did you ever pay him any money?
No, I did not pay him any money.
Okay. Well, that is okay. We were all under the impression that you had paid him like, here's $2,500, drywall my basement.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so this is exactly like the situation I had with my landscape guy that I was telling you about, and I actually had to go, dude, because I felt bad not paying for at least the materials. But God, AJ, do you realize how maddening it is when you hire somebody to do a job and they don't finish it?
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people out there, but hey, man, I got to keep up with my main job because he's not going to give me more work to supply my main. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, we do. It is
I mean, that's
something
like,
that
it would be
sucks.
like Free Beer that's doing the other stuff on the side with the broadcasting for the play-by-play, saying, you know what, screw the Free Beer and Hot Wings show. I'm going to go do the broadcasting instead.
That's pretty much what they do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have to pay you more because if not, that's a bad financial decision. And you get Dave Ramsey.
No, I'm
We
kidding.
get it, and that really sucks of you, but also I'm glad we know that there was not an actual ripoff, because that's a huge deal.
Now, Scott.
I would never do that, and if I don't finish the job, I don't get paid for it. And this being the time of year it is, if any contractor asks you to pay them up front, that is a bad decision, and don't ever do that.
Scott, what about you for that situation? Obviously, you were bent that this guy just disappeared on you. That's really inconvenient.
Yes, it is. He was there. He was there on a Friday. He left. Never said anything to me, whether he was coming back on a Saturday or a Sunday. I called him. I waited till Monday night at 8 o'clock to call him, and he never called me back.
That's pretty.
I heard him just say he did. He never called me back.
Oh, dude, I called you, and before I left the house, I yelled through the house, Scott, Scott. You didn't answer.
God, I quit.
Yeah. Scott, I'm never coming back. Okay.
I mean, I loaded up all my tools and everything. Like,
Oh,
Go outside
Scott,
with my dog.
Scott, what was that moment like when you turned around and you saw that guy coming on stage? I don't think you even realized what you were doing when you turned around and said, I know you.
I know you.
No, I didn't. It took me about 3 seconds to realize who it was, and I've always wondered what I would do when I would see him again. And
Well, you
just
gave
happened
us
to be in
a
front of a live show.
golden moment. That's what you.
Yeah.
That's what you planned.
Did you ever get your drywalling finished? Because it sounds like AJ's got some more time on his hands now. I mean, he was out screwing around on Saturday night.
Yes, I did. My father-in-law finished it.
All right.
It took us a couple of weeks to do it.
All right.
You know what?
Not
But
what we wanted to do.
I'll tell you what. You're probably more proud of that work. That's what everyone always tells me. It may not look as good,
Yeah.
but it's probably better you did it because that's
Yeah.
something you made with your own hands.
Yeah, and now it's a bonding moment that you had with your father-in-law, who up until that point you had a real contentious relationship with.
Yeah. AJ, is there anything you want to...
Can I say something? Yeah. Hey, Scott, too. Don't start a project that you can't finish. That's some stuff that Zane would do, and you shouldn't call other people in there to fix your mistake.
I really thought you were going to say, hey, I'm sorry, I never showed up after that. Not all of that other lecturing
No,
stuff.
because I said I called them. I'm sticking it, dude. I yelled to the house. I called them back. No, I'm not even, no.
We got to bring you guys in here so you can mouth kiss and make it all better.
All right. Well, good luck to both of you, okay? I don't think that anybody's going to end up happy out of the two of you.
No, I don't think
I'm
so.
happy.
But
Remarkable.
yeah,
It's unreal.
yeah.
But I take it back to what I said earlier. I think AJ didn't feel bad. I really was about to say, do you want to say anything to Scott? Meaning, do you want to say, hey, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sure Scott doesn't feel better.
No,
doubt it.
I doubt it. I'm still mad at my landscaper, so I'm sure he's still mad about this. I mean, when you hire somebody to do a job, you do that because you're either incapable or don't have the time.
Would it make you feel better if that landscaper called up and tough talked you and told you not to call people if you didn't want them to not show up?
No, that would make me furious.
Dude.
That would just infuriate me. But I do like the idea. Well, I told him on my way out. Hey, honey, I'm going out. I'm never coming home. Goodbye.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if that's the case, if the woman was angry, that would be way off base.
Yeah.
The man would have told her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I bet you should have thought about that when you were trying to break up with that girl for like 5 years.
Oh yeah, I should have. Yeah, I should have
Why
just
didn't you
done
just
that.
leave?
That would have been a lot easier.
It's not like you had a kid.
You wouldn't have had to buy her a showcase showdown
but
prize package.
She lived in my house, Joe. It was tough for me to leave. It was
Just take the hit.
put myself in a bad position on that one. It was sort of tough to pull the cord, though.
Yeah.
Earlier in the show, you said that you had gotten an email from somebody who I talked to at the after party.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got to find that.
I talked to, by the way, thank you to everybody who came out to the after party. It was awesome. It was packed. I had like half of a drink because all I did was talk to people that were so happy and so thankful for how great the show was, and could not thank people more for coming out. That was awesome. I also talked to the woman that was part of the Bald Truth, the one that, in my opinion, stole
Alyssa.
the show.
She was a star.
Oh, my God.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I need her. I need to tell her thank you so much because that made me unbelievably happy for the entire weekend.
She said yes to a question.
Yeah.
Because the bald truth is yes or no questions. She said yes to a question that I would have bet 99.5% of the room would have said no to.
Yeah.
And especially her.
Yeah,
Boy, that
even
was
if you
fantastic.
Yeah, she committed to telling the truth.
fully committed to the game because there's no way that we can tell if you're lying. It's not like you're hooked up to a lie detector.
Right?
Yeah, I was going to shake her hand. I was so delighted. And then she walked the other way. I was like,
I thought you were going to say, and then you were grossed out
Oh,
by
yeah,
her.
I thought you were going to say you were going to
shake her
smell her hand.
well, I would have smelled my hand after shaking her hand.
I took a picture with her and her mother. Because
She was there with her mom, yeah.
Yeah.
she was there with her mom. And
Yeah.
I said to her mom, I said, did you learn anything about your daughter? And she said, I knew every answer except for the one.
Yeah.
Should we say what the question was?
No.
Yeah.
No?
No.
Okay.
No, we
No.
shouldn't.
So James
No,
wrote,
that's why you buy tickets.
Drunk and Starstruck by producer Steve. Loved the live show, had a great time. I need to share about my encounter with producer Steve after the show. I had a lot to drink, and I saw Steve at the after party, so I decided to go up and talk to him. I was so starstruck that I talked about so many random things with him, and none of them made sense, I'm sure. I complimented his beard. Terrible. I went on a car talk tangent like Hot Wings.
Oh, I definitely remember this.
And I also told him too many stories about my crappy Corvette. I had my wife pick me up after the party. I told her twice on the way home that I got to meet Steve. And I told her again Sunday morning. That all being said, Steve was one of the most down-to-earth persons or people I've met. And not once did he make fun of me for all the crazy drunk things I was saying. I had a great time talking to him. Thanks, Steve, for being nice to a drunk idiot who was probably spitting on you while he talked and talking nonsense.
I remember when he walked up to me, I said to him, we kind of look alike, which is weird because normally someone will say to you, hey, you look a lot like so-and-so, and then you look at them and you never see it.
No.
So the fact that I recognized it, I walked up to him, I was like, man, we kind of look alike. That's weird. He's like, yeah. Yeah, and then we talked about the new Tesla. We talked about his Corvette and a variety of other topics. I had a great time.
I'm nodding off.
Just hearing about it?
I'm quite interested.
This email for Nicole. Is that Nicole from Bob and the Showgram in North Carolina?
It is.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was
small world.
an early one too. We got that like after she spoke for one sentence.
And another one. I mean, that one just came in.
Oh yeah, there was one earlier too that came in about that.
So is there overlap between, because we're on in
The station in Rocky Mount, North
Rocky
Carolina.
Mountain, yeah.
Which is about, 35 minutes, you said, from where you guys are?
Oh, yeah. We have them, too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
One more thing we have to mention about the live show. We have to also thank Lakeshore Bubble Ball.
Oh yes,
They've
Of course.
really helped us out.
Yeah.
A large part of our intermission video was Steve and I doing urban bubble ball downtown.
Trying your best to break yourselves in half, which Steve came very close to losing both feet.
Do we need to thank an orthopedic surgeon or anything for you, Steve? Or
Man,
are you
good?
still untreated?
I wanted to tell you, like, we wanted to talk about that so badly on the air, but we didn't want you guys to know anything about it.
Yeah.
No.
So you knew that we had gone out to record that. And but I got home that day after, I think it was last like Tuesday or Wednesday. I got home and I was in so much pain, sat down on the couch and I was doing some work and I went to stand up and my knees actually buckled because I hurt myself so badly and my left ankle was swollen and I actually had to grab onto it and kind of crack it. Because it felt like if you've ever jammed your finger and you just need to pop it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I felt like all day.
How is it now?
Oh, it's fine now.
Fine now. So no, you're not going to milk it like Joe would have.
No, I haven't made a claim
Not
yet.
fair.
You guys were kind of. I think you were misusing the bubble balls a little bit on that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's their intended use. What you were doing, you needed to be in one of those fully enclosed ones, like that famous video in the Alps or whatever, where the guy actually goes off a cliff
And dies.
not protected by the bubble there.
That was a jackass move, meaning like not you're a jackass, but like kind of a jackass style.
No, I mean
stunt.
it's both.
Yeah. So,
however,
because you're inside this bubble. I think they're called Zorbs. But you're inside of one of them. It's basically like a big donut.
No, those are bubble balls.
Yeah, bubble balls.
The Zorbs are the ones you get.
That's the one where you fully get into.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But the top is open and the bottom is open, so you actually just walk in it. And I tried to keep my legs tucked as I was rolling, and it just did not work.
That was a blast. That was so much fun. If you want to set up a 10-person ball group session, he's going to give you money off if you say free beer and bubble ball. You can probably just say, I heard about you on the Free Beer and Hot Wings show.
I would think.
And that'll be fine. Steve, do you know if it is $50 off any 10 ball group session?
That's what he had said he thought it was going to be, but I don't know if he actually has it officially set up yet or not.
He better.
But yeah, so you basically go there and you play soccer, but everyone on your team is in a bubble.
Yeah. You can look it up
so
online.
you ricochet off one
It's
another.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's just lakeshorebubbleball.com, and they're also on Facebook as Lakeshore Bubble Ball.
There you go. Thanks again to everybody. Anybody we left out, our apologies. It was fantastic. Eve 6, remember this song? Inside Out, 97.9 GRD Rocks.
I would swallow my pride.